وبه قال حدثنا علي بن مسلم قال حدثنا هشيم قال أخبرنا غير واحد منهم وغير وفلان ورجل ثالث أيضا عن شعبي عن وراد كاتب المغيرة بن شعبة أن معاوية كتب إلى المغيرة أن اكتب إلي بحديث سمعته من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال فكتب إليه المغيرة وأني سمعته يقول عند انصرافه من صلاة لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير 3 مرات قال وكان ينهى عن قيل وقال وكثرة السؤال وإضاعة المال ومنع وهات وأخوك الأمهات ووأد البنات. وعن هشيم أخبرنا عبد الملك بن عمير قال سمعت وراد المحدث هذا الحديث عن المغيرة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Warad narrated the clip of Al-Mughira ibn Shu'bah radiyallahu anhu. Muawiyah wrote to Al-Mughira, write to me a narration you have heard from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Mughira wrote to him, I heard him saying the following after each prayer, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulk wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shayin qadir. He also used to forbid idle talk, asking too many questions in religion, wasting money, preventing what should be given, and asking others for something except in great need, being undutiful to mothers, and burying one's little daughters alive.
Imam Bukhari Rahmatullah Ali has brought this hadith in the chapter Babu ma yukrahu min qila wa qal, that which is disliked from qila wa qal. Qila wa qal, he said this, she said this. It was said. Someone was saying it. Now, there is no truth behind it. It's just a rumor. And you are being part of that rumor, spreading that rumor among people. This is disliked. So in this chapter, to avoid spreading rumors, not just by tongue, but by also WhatsApp, social media, you just pass on anything and everything you get without first checking whether it is true or is just a lie, who said it, where did it come from, what is its authenticity. So qeel qal should not be spread, and we have to control ourselves from qeel qal. So with regards to this hadith is noted that Warrad Katibul Mughira, the Munshi and secretary of Mughira ibn Shu'bah radiyallahu anhu, wrote according to the dictation of Sayyiduna Mughira radiyallahu anhu to Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu. Number one, Mughira says radiyallahu anhu, I heard the Prophet ﷺ say when finishing his salah and turning around from his salah, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shayin qadir, 3 marrat, 3 times. He also dictated kana yanha an qila wa qal. Prophet ﷺ forbade qila wa qal wa kathrat as-su'al, an excessive su'al, questioning, wa ida'at al-mal, and wastage of wealth, wa man'in wa hat, and refusing others and asking from them, wa uquq al-ummahat, and being abusive towards mothers, wa wa'd al-banat, and burying the daughters alive. Qila wa qal, we've explained, gossip. Kathrat as-su'al, excessive questions, could have one of 3 meanings. Number one, as-su'al fil masail allati la hajata ilayha, asking questions which are masail, which are not needed. You're not in need of any mas'ala, but you just want to pester the Imam Sahib. You want to test his knowledge. You've learned something, you've read something somewhere, and you want to check the Imam Sahib out. You don't need that mas'ala, so why are you putting your Imam Sahib in difficulty? No, everyone has every mas'ala in mind at every moment. Sometimes, we need some time to go study, think. So don't test your Imam Sahib and their knowledge or others. Number 2, kathrat as-su'al means su'alul amwal, asking people for their mal. So always begging, even if it's from your friends or parents, avoid that. Don't beg from people. And number 3, kathratu su'al an ahwalin nas, asking about people's ahwal, conditions. This is mentioned in another hadith with the words la ya'ni min husni islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'nihi. It is from the beauty of the Islam of a person that he leaves that which does not concern him. So if something doesn't concern you, then don't do his chikri. Chikri is no good. And going into other people, but ding in other people's affairs, this is layani stuff. So Prophet ﷺ said, don't inquire about other people's stuff, keep yourself to yourself. So all three meanings could be taken into account over here. Hafiz ibn Hajar rahmatullah alayhi says something over here, kasratu su'al. If a person asks too many questions, then that is daleel of shiddatul farthul jahl, excessive ignorance. Why do you always come to Imam Sahib to ask masail? Why can't you learn? If you learn, then you will only ask those mas'alas which are tricky and you don't know. But if you come to ask small mas'alas all the time, I sometimes go to the North American countries and people just blurt out any questions. They don't even see what condition we are in. We are making musafa with someone, talking to someone. We've just done salam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum. Sheikh, one question please. Allah bhai, tu tasbih to padha de gayi. Sheikh, one question please. Ye kya hai? Musibat hai. So I have to say, bhai, come and ask me question when I'm sitting in the office. Give me some time break. I'm praying my namaz. I need to do my tasbihat. If you really want to know, then come and ask at the right moment. And why do you have to ask so many questions? Because you're so jahil, you're ignorant. Learn, go and study Behishti Zevar, study books of fiqh. Learn your masail, ta'limul haq. So you don't need to ask these small masalas. So asking too many questions is a sign of ignorance and not knowing. Learn, educate yourself. If something is really problematic, then you approach the Mufti Sahib, then you approach the ulama kiram. So, kathratu su'al is daleel of fartul jahl as mentioned by Hafiz ibn Hajar rahmatullahi alayhi. And wa idha'at al-mal, and he disliked, he forbade idha'atul mal, wastage of wealth. If you have wealth, look after it, take care of it, don't destroy it, and don't waste it. Fuzul kharchi, israf is no good. And man'in wahat. Man'in wahat is explained in Urdu as this person knows lamzel le, not dalzer de. He's never prayed dalzer de, he's only prayed lamzel le. He's only taking from people, he never gives anyone. So Prophet ﷺ said, don't do that. If you take from people, then you have to give as well. If you hit someone, then you have to take as well. So man'in wahat, you refuse people and you always ask from people, this is no good. And uquqil ummahat, he used to forbid uququl ummahat. Uquq means being abusive, undutiful, disruptive to your parents. Ummahat, mothers. Mothers are mentioned over here because mothers are naturally soft. And children might be scared of their fathers, but with mothers, they rule over them. So Prophet ﷺ said, don't rule over your mothers. Be kind and nice to them. Be gentle with them. And listen to them. So he said, uququl ummahat is forbidden and wa'dul banat. Wa'ada means to bury alive. And al-banat, daughters, because in the Jahiliyyah custom, pre-Islamic era, some foolish people, not all of them, some villagers, Bedouins, who had no knowledge of deen or reality or haqiqat, they would bury in the pre-Islamic era, bury their daughters alive. So Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Toba astaghfirullah, infanticide is not allowed. Don't do that. Chaliye. In some cases, abortion will come in this underneath this as well. Because aborting a fetus, if the ruh has been blown into the fetus, which happens after 4 months, 16 weeks, then aborting it will be like killing a living person. But if it's before the ruh is blown in, before 16 weeks, maybe at 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, it's only fetus, it's lifeless. Then in that case, if there is a genuine reason, there is risk on the life of the mother or the life of the child, then you have to consult a Mufti Sahib. He will look at the whole scenario and say whether it's okay for you or not. But after 16 weeks, you shouldn't even come to a Mufti Sahib to ask the masala. Because the baby is now living, he's got breathing, the life has entered it. So it'll be like killing a living person. So this is the borderline for abortion, and you have to understand the detailed masala. Mufti Sahib will explain.